The fuel flows out of the fuel tank and through a pre-filter. Two versions are available. The first unit is a replaceable spin-on element with a 140 micron rating. The second unit is rated at 25 micron and it contains a water and fuel sensor, water drain, and coolant passages that can be plumbed into the heater hoses to prevent fuel gelling in cold weather. Fuel flows from the pre-filter to the lift pump. This pump runs for the first 2 minutes after the key is turned on to ensure that fuel gets up to the gear pump quickly for easier starting. At 1 psi of pressure, a valve in the IFSM housing opens to allow some lift pump output to flow to the drain line. This bypassing of fuel helps to bleed any air from the supply passages. When the engine starts, the gear pump can draw fuel directly from the inlet fitting through the anti-drainback valve. After 2 minutes of operation, the lift pump shuts down. The gear pump then draws all of the fuel directly from the inlet fitting past the anti-drainback valve. The gear pump provides the high volume and constant pressure needed for the system to meter properly. The 380 psi high-pressure regulator installed in the IFSM between the gear pump and the filter is a safety valve to prevent damage in case of a stuck fuel shutoff valve or other blockage in the fuel lines after the gear pump. Any fuel flowing through the high-pressure regulator is dumped back to the drain line in the IFSM and then returned to the fuel tank. Fuel under pressure flows to the fuel filter. This filter is a 98% efficient 15-micron filter. After contaminants are removed, the filtered fuel flows to the shutoff valve. When the key switch is in the crank or run position, the ECM sends a signal to open the fuel shutoff valve. Fuel flows past the open shutoff valve into the rail that supplies the actuators. The 250 psi fuel system regulator allows excess fuel to flow out of the rail to limit and maintain the pressure. This excess fuel flows through external tubing to a passage in the ECM cooling plate before going through return tubing